Hello everybody and welcome back to the Chassis Variant series with myself, Critical Rocket. We're with the Stalkers and we are with the 3H model. Now, in the past you may have seen the awesome, glorious Domination series. This I like to think is the never-ending shame part of the series, where I can't catch a break in Stalkers, guys. It just doesn't happen for me. It's a terrible, terrible, long, winding road of misery and pain, and I don't even have the misery hero. So, yeah, this is the 3H model. This is a Succession Wars era model of the Stalker that comes stock with 2 LRM-20s instead of 10s, 4 medium lasers and 2 SRM-6. Stock, it comes with a ton of ammo in each arm for the LRMs and a ton of ammo in each side torso for the SRMs. So your LRM ammo is going to get pretty depleted pretty fast in MechWarrior Online. Now 2 tons is pretty good stock normally, but with how many missiles you can just plank into the side of a mountain in this game, yeah, it's not making that much of a difference. So first consideration, ammunition definitely needs to be increased. The mech comes with a standard engine. It has single heat sinks, so you definitely want to look at changing them. This model was basically designed as a siege model, hence the reason that it was upgraded to have the LRM-20s instead, obviously making a few sacrifices here and there. As such, the mech was never really intended to get within close range of any enemies, although it has backup weapons for that eventuality, if the enemy do break through. Its main job was basically to sit far back and hit designated targets with its dual LRM-20s, which, as I said on tabletop, is a huge amount of damage that can be delivered from quite a range. And as such, it's not something to sniff at. Unfortunately, in MechWarrior Online, 2 LRM-20s sounds good, but realistically, unless the target is relatively slow moving and is obviously way out in the open, gagging for it, 2 LRM-20s doesn't really cut the mustard. There's a lot of AMS obviously these days in game, and it's become almost a de facto thing. I mean, hell, PGI gave every single mech an AMS slot because, even though not every mech comes with AMS, that's the other weird thing. Is the reason you don't see a lot of my mechs with AMS is because not every mech comes with that system. But in MechWarrior Online, it's an essential piece of equipment for many players because, yeah, they get sick of LRM spamming, but apparently they're not sick of like Gauss spamming or PPC spamming or whatever. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so the 3H, it was actually built with 2600, so it's actually a little older than the 3FB, the Royal variant. Also, Joy of Joys, friendly standing behind you when you're trying to back up, isn't that great? Don't you just love that when that happens? I don't know who that guy was here in the catapult, but yeah, he blocked me and I got hit by an airstrike, lost an arm. Yes, the joys of online gaming. Doesn't it remind you of playing games like Battlefield and stuff where everyone will like stack up in a doorway because one person needs to get out because like there's a grenade or something and there's 3 people all trying to push in at the same time and you all die, and the person who was trying to get away from the grenade is the one who's blamed, despite the fact that he wasn't the idiot who was about to run into a grenade like the other 3 were. But whatever, I digress, of course. So the 3H, actually, it's hardpoint wise, it's not unique. It doesn't come with, it's not anything that's particularly unique within the Stalker range of mechs that are available. It has 4 and 4 missile and energy hardpoints. Obviously, the Stalkers are bereft of ballistics normally. The hero version is the reason you would buy it if you wanted a ballistic capable Stalker. So, yeah, the mech is kind of, I don't know, inhabits this middle of the road part of the lineup. And I don't really know why you'd get one. In the past it made sense because you needed 3 variants to get mastery, but now, with the skill system and everything, I don't think the 3H is actually viable. I don't think it's worth buying. Unless you've already got a pre-existing build that you really enjoy on your 3H, yeah, it's one you can give a miss if you've never played it before. Outside of that, yeah, it's as someone who'd be new coming to it, there's not a lot to say. It's generous with its hardpoints, of course. 4 energy isn't anything to sniff at, neither is 4 missile, but it's just when you look at the other variants that are available, some of them have more of one or the other, or some of them are just better outright for what they come with. If I have a quick gander at the list. You know, the 3FB, that had 6 energy and 2 missile. The 3F has 6 and 4. You know, the 4N's got 6 and 3. The 5M's got 5 and 5. So you can see that this isn't something where the 4 and 4 is oh well, that's a nice mix, a nice balance mix compared to the others. No, there's actually ones that have more, and thus they do the job better. So it's a bit of a shame. I struggle to think why it's there, other than the fact that when it was originally introduced to the game, it was purely to have a 3 mech system, and that's no longer the case. So I can't recommend it. Can't recommend the 3H if you haven't bought one. If you have bought one, obviously, then you know, I'm sure. Let us know why do you think it's worth it? Why do you think it's viable? What do you think weapons or build wise have you come up with that's got you like that fantastic round or so? I'd be interested in knowing. And this one's wrapping up, so I'd just like to say thanks again, everyone, for watching. I hope you have a good week, and I hope you enjoy my miserable failures here in the Stalker series. I'm hoping that isn't going to be the trend for the rest of the assaults for the Inner Sphere. So yeah. You know, don't take it that my poor performance in Stalkers is anywhere close to a reflection on their actual value or viability. They are very good assault mechs. I just suck in these things. I'm just not very good in them. So if you're gonna give me a dislike, at least let me know why you're gonna dislike it. So yeah, have a good one, folks. Checking out. Bye.